Good morning, everybody. This is Mario again. We're gonna do another lesson in regards to Bitcoin. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm doing short lessons. Usually, average about 10 minutes. So if you listen to me, it's like a 10 minutes lesson. And basically, I only talk about one subject at a time. And my channel is basically for Bitcoin newbies. So if you're not a newbie, you might find my channel very simple and easy, and you might know what I'm talking about. And you're probably better off listening to other uh, Bitcoiners out there who speaks more. I'm more in teaching people about the terms. I call it Bitcoinese. Like learning the terms that Bitcoiners use, and also teaching small fast items about Bitcoin. And hopefully, if you learn something new every day, because I do this Bitcoin almost every day. I miss a few days, but I'm doing this almost every day. That you'll probably learn a lot, and hopefully that will start you in your journey to become a Bitcoiner yourself. Um, I'm doing this basically, especially for the Filipinos out there, and the reason why is one of my goals right now is to make the Philippines adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender, and that's my goal right now. So hopefully that will become a reality. My dream becomes a reality, and I do need help from different people. I can't do that by myself. So hopefully, by starting this channel, people will listen and will help me with my goal, and we can all work together to this make it a reality. So, and once you start listening to this channel, you'll start going into the rabbit hole in regards to Bitcoin. The lesson we're gonna talk today is about Bitcoin whales. Um, I've been investing in stocks, so I kind of learned the term whales when I was investing in stocks. And whales are people that basically they're big players. They're like whales in the ocean that controls their biggest mammals out there in the ocean, and they can eat the small fish, and the whales can basically impact how the market goes, because they own so much Bitcoin that if they decide to sell a bit their Bitcoin, you can see in the market will dip, and then once FOMO start coming in, then more people start selling their Bitcoin, or once they start buying and the market goes up and everybody follows, and they start buying all of a sudden. So whales, you know, do have a significant movement, how Bitcoin would go, either up or down. And sometimes they do this, to be able to buy more Bitcoin. So they do manipulate the market. I would say that they're the number one reason. Probably the volatility of the market is because of those whales. So I'm gonna go over the different kind of whales that we have. Okay, the first one are the early adopters and the Bitcoin pioneers. When Bitcoin started, there was hardly any Bitcoin, but the early adopters who got it for free, or the miners themselves, especially Satoshi Nakamoto, the founder of Bitcoin. He is known to keep 1 million Bitcoin. Instead of putting it in the market, he kept 1 million. And also his partner, Hal Finney, he's one of the early developers of Bitcoin. He received he keeps a lot of Bitcoin himself too. And they were just only a few cents or a few dollars back then. The second large group of Bitcoiners or whales are the institutional investors. This group is getting bigger and bigger. especially lately that the ETF, equity trading funds, was approved with the SEC, and the institutional investors got even bigger, and they are accumulating a large amount of Bitcoin. This includes the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. They're one of the largest institutional holders of Bitcoin. They're allowing investors to gain exposure to Bitcoin through a traditional investment vehicle. So Grayscales have been in the news lately because they've been selling, and they're the one that's pulling Bitcoin down, but they hold a lot of Bitcoin. And then another institutional investor is MicroStrategy, and that's headed by its CEO, Michael Saylor. I made a video about Michael Saylor, that he's one of my idol out there, and he's the biggest. He's always in the news right now because he's always pushing for Bitcoin. And if you don't know what he did, he turned MicroStrategy around. MicroStrategy was going down, and then the reserve, they started using, instead of putting cash in the bank, they started buying Bitcoin, and it paid off. And because of him, so many different corporations and institutions are buying and following his footsteps. So MicroStrategy is amazing. He's like the biggest push for Bitcoin right now. Another one is Tesla. Elon Musk. Tesla is the electric car manufacturer. He invested heavily in Bitcoin too, and at one time accepted it as payment to buy a Tesla. I'm not sure if that's still on, or he took it out, or it's still on. So I'll have to figure it out. But at one time he said Bitcoin, he accepts Bitcoin, to buy Tesla. Another group that basically are considered whales are the cryptocurrency exchanges. They're the one that holds amount of Bitcoin to facilitate trading on their platform. Some of the largest exchanges includes Binance, one of the largest cryptocurrency exchange by trading volume. And then in the Philippines, I don't know if it's true or not, please let me know, but I've read somewhere that they basically canceled Binance, that Binance can't operate in the Philippines anymore. And I need to talk to somebody in the Philippines to find out, what the reason is. And then in the US, after Binance is actually the biggest in the world. And then there's Coinbase in the US. Coinbase is the biggest exchange in the US. And actually, that's where I bought my first Bitcoin. And then there's a company called Bitfinex. They're another prominent exchange. I've never dealt with them, so I don't know them that well. But they do have a large Bitcoin holding too. And then another group is the hedge funds and investment firms. Various hedge funds and investment firms have recognized Bitcoin as a valuable asset and have accumulated large amounts. These entities manage portfolios that includes Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as part of their investment strategy. So hedge fund, they're like investment companies that they don't, ordinary people can't join in. They invite people, and they give you a goal that they make a return on your money, and you have to have millions to be able to put your money in hedge funds. And once you're in, it's basically like a passive income where you put your money and they do the work, but of course they charge money for doing the work, but in return they give you a big return, a high return. And hedge funds are known to manipulate the market a lot. What they do is they buy and buy and buy, and then and then when people FOMO in, they sell and take their profit, and then they wait until once they sell, the market turn around and everybody starts selling when people start FOMOing, because there's so many people that follows whales. And when the price goes down to the level that they want, they start buying in again because they want to buy it at a cheaper price than the original price they bought it. So that's like a lot of hedge fund people do that, which is not good. They manipulate the market, but that's basically part of the business, I guess. And there's some private individuals like Michael Saylor and some really rich individuals who just buy on their own. Michael Saylor, I think, owns over 1 million Bitcoin right now. And there's other individuals that, especially in the Arab countries, who's got a lot of money. They operate under the radar, but their holding can still influence the market. They have amassed significant amount of Bitcoin. So what are the impacts of the Bitcoin whales on the market? So they do have considerable impact on the market due to the size of their holdings. Here are a few and how they influence the market. The price movements. Large buys or sell orders from whales can lead to significant price movements, causing volatility in the market. That's the number one reason why there's volatility, when large amount of money come in and buy and sell. Market sentiments. The action of whales can influence market sentiments. For example, if a well-known whale sells a large portion of their holdings, it might lead to panic selling among smaller investors. And that's what I told you. Everybody FOMOs in whatever the whales do. Also, liquidity. Whales can affect the liquidity of the market. High liquidity from whales can facilitate smoother trading, while low liquidity can lead to price slippage. So Bitcoin whales are a diverse group of individuals and entities that holds a large amount of Bitcoin. So basically, that's our lesson for today. Hopefully you learned something. So when you hear whales, you know who they are. And tomorrow I have different lesson. And hopefully, especially the Filipinos out there, I'm doing this campaign to make Bitcoin a legal tender in the Philippines. If you're interested in helping me out, let me know so we can do some planning and how we're gonna do this campaign. I just started a few days ago, so we're it's gonna be a grassroots campaign from people. Hopefully we can get big players to help us too. Again, this is Mario. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.